Hello and welcome to Arsenal Analysed. I'm JC. I hope you're doing well. In this video, I bring you a match preview between Aston Villa and Arsenal kicking off this weekend, bringing you all the information that you need to know before kickoff, including recent form, head-to-head history between both clubs, some team news, as well as key players in my opinion, and then finishing off with a few predictions. Now, if you do go on to enjoy today's video, a like would be super appreciated. And if you're new around here, why not consider subscribing, as it massively helps me out. But let's waste no more time at all and jump straight into things. Kicking off with recent form, Arsenal's little run did finally come to an end at the hands of Liverpool, although the lads did put in a cracking shift for the first 45 minutes at least. A few individual errors, which we're all guilty of at times, were Arsenal's undoing, but they did us proud. Now, if we look back at the last 5 fixtures, as mentioned, Liverpool did beat Arsenal 2-0 at the Emirates. Prior to this, Arsenal did pick up wins against Leicester, Watford, Wolves, as well as Brentford. During these fixtures, we picked up 9 goals, conceded 6 goals, and kept 1 clean sheet. Now, Aston Villa, on the other hand, although they also lost their most recent game at the hands of West Ham, who are also still somewhat in contention, maybe an outside chance of a top 4 push. They did lose to those. However, they have been in some fairly good form. Maybe that coincides with the signing and introductions of Coutinho, which we'll come to in a later part of this video. But they have picked up wins against the likes of Leeds, Southampton, Brighton, but they did lose to Watford. Now, if we look back at these previous games, they have scored 10 goals. They have conceded 3, but they've also kept 3 clean sheets along the way. If we look at the recent history between both of these clubs, yes, Arsenal do have the upper hand. Do they have that psychological factor? I don't know. We have won 84 of these fixtures, whereas Aston Villa only 69. 45 have ended in a draw, but more recently, Arsenal, yes, they won the most recent fixture back in October 2021, 3-1 at home. However, the 3 fixtures before this, Arsenal did lose 2 of those on the road at Aston Villa's gaff, which is exactly where this fixture will be played come the weekend. Now, with regards to injury news, team news, all that good stuff, Tomiyasu is back in training. We knew this before the Liverpool game. However, he will not be joining up with the international squad. Is that a sign that he won't be available this weekend? Will it come a little too soon? I think it will. And a nice further 2-week break before we play Crystal Palace might be just what he needs before being reintroduced into the starting lineup or even the matchday squad at the very least. Aston Villa, according to the Premier League injury list, at least have 4 players unavailable, 3 of which may be available come Saturday. One of which that will definitely not be there is Nakamba. Also on the table, we have Digne, Douglas Luiz, and Callum Chambers. But those last 3, as mentioned, could be available come the weekend. Now, speaking of key players, in our last game, Gabriel Martinelli. What a player, only 20 years old. And he is getting quite a lot of praise from opposition managers recently. None other than Klopp, who clearly adores the player. He has 8 goal contributions from 19 appearances this season. That's 5 goals and 3 assists. Definitely a player in a little bit of form at the moment. However, we did see the likes of Martin Odegaard and Saka removed fairly early from the Liverpool game, probably with one eye on this fixture. And those 2 have also been in some fine form of their own and also dangerous to what Aston Villa are looking to achieve come the weekend. Now, if we look at Aston Villa, on the other hand, as already mentioned, a lot of the upturn in form, not only with Steven Gerrard taking over at Aston Villa, but also the signing of Coutinho may have turned things in their favour. Only 9 appearances this season, and he's managed to rack up a total of 7 goal contributions, 4 goals and 3 assists. However, we should be ruling out other players who have also been in good form sporadically out the season. We've got Danny Ings with 10 goal contributions. We've got Ollie Watkins with 8. But there are a number of other players that could also be quite dangerous come the weekend. Now, moving into predictions, I am going to go with the exact same lineup as I have gone with in some of the last 2 or 3 games now. I think this continuation of naming the same squad week in, week out is really, really, really helping Arsenal at the moment. There are questions to suggest that maybe Smith Rowe should be coming in as he's slowly regaining full fitness. But realistically, the only place he could come in is at left wing. And you can't really drop Martinelli after the performance he put in against Liverpool. Yes, you could play him in that number 10 role, but likewise, Odegaard is in some very fine form of his own at the moment. And then we have Cedric at right back, which is where Tomiyasu could have come in. But as mentioned, with him not being, well, called up for international duty, I very much doubt that we will see Tomiyasu at the weekend. Now, Arsenal will have played 3 games in 6 days come Saturday. So there are questions to whether or not Arteta might rotate things. But we also have to take into consideration that not all of the Arsenal starting 11 will be called up for international duty. And some of these players will get a good 2-week break before we play Crystal Palace after the weekend. So in my opinion, I see the same starting 11 as we have done in the last couple of games. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Would you make changes or do you agree with my starting 11? And then to finish up, let's go with a cheeky score prediction. I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal. Yes, Aston Villa have been in some very good goal-scoring form and have kept a few clean sheets of late. But I think Arsenal are going to want to bounce back and really try their best to put this Liverpool result behind them. So 2-0 is what I'm going for. Let me know your predictions down in the comments below for an opportunity to feature in the Arsenal Analysed series after the game, whether that be Saturday evening or Sunday afternoon. Now, if you have enjoyed today's video, a like would be super appreciated, as already mentioned. And if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing. I'm only 20 away now from 1,200 subscribers. Some fantastic support of late, and I really, really do appreciate it. But for now, I'm JC, and I will catch you on Saturday. Stay safe and take care.